Hi guys, it's Krystal Lee Moore Lucier here, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Krystal Lee Moore, and I wanted to talk to you about when the best time to buy is. Usually I would say if you have the ability to buy, right now is the best time to buy, but there's some really key factors that you need to focus on before you're ready, and knowing that you need to get ready really helps you prepare. So first of all, when is the best time? So when all your ducks are in a row, what does that mean? So number one, you have to decide that you want to be a homeowner, because being a homeowner comes with a little bit more responsibility than just renting or staying with family and friends. And one of the things you need to do is start saving up your down payment. So as you're starting to save, you can start to decide kind of what's important to you. As a first-time home buyer, you should be looking to buy a first-time home. Why am I saying it that way? There's a lot of hype on HGTV and on the internet, on Pinterest, that we want to get these gorgeous, perfectly done, everything's ready, granite countertops, amazing homes. And it doesn't really work that way. It absolutely can work that way. But for most of us, your first home is it's a first home. So there's work to do, and you might not have all the furniture you need yet. It might not be perfect. You can work at it. And then later on, you can sell that home and buy another home and buy another home. And there's a whole process to it. So the very first thing you want to do is figure out your finances. So go and talk to a mortgage broker or a lender. I can connect you with some great people, and figure out where are you at? What's your credit score? Do you have savings? Do you have the ability to start a savings plan? Do you have any debt that you need to get rid of? Things like that, because you can make a plan. It can be a 3-month, 6-month, 1 year, 5-year plan, whatever it is, as long as you know you're going towards it. So you do need those things organized before you can buy. The other thing, once you have all that organized, sometimes people ask me, when is the best time to buy? There are basically two real estate springs. And the upside with real estate spring, which is the first one is kind of like February to May, and the second one is September to the middle of November. And both of those times are really great because there's a lot more to choose from, but that also means there's a lot more competition. So sometimes investment shows will tell you that if you live in Ontario, you should be buying in the dead of winter. You should be kind of trudging through the snow in your boots when no one else will go outside, because that's when you'll get the best deals. And it might be, but the right house that you want might not be available then. So the key is just to make sure you're paying attention. And there may be, if you have a very specific house in mind, more will come available in one of those spring periods. But if you have a professional that you're working with, like me, I'd love to work with you, then we can make sure that you have a search set up and that we are keeping our eye on things that you would like in your price range. Okay. So another thing you want to do as you're saving for your down payment and you are saving all of your stuff, you're making sure that you have, again, all your ducks in a row. You make sure that your debts are paid, your credit's good, all of that stuff. You have your down payment, and then the perfect house comes up and you can get it, but it will take every penny you have. I would say that you should wait. And that even happens with us. I was going to buy an investment property and we could do it. It was going to work, but it was going to take every single cent. And one of my rules is that you always want to be ready for an emergency. What if something happens and you need money? If you've just put everything into an investment, that's great later, but that might not be great right away. And you don't want to put yourself into a position that could be super stressful. So make sure you have an emergency fund and make sure you have a down payment saved, as well as money for things like closing costs. We can talk about those later a little bit more, but basically closing costs, you're looking at like 1 to 1.5% of the price of the house, so that you have money for lawyers' fees, moving expenses, your home inspection. You might want to get some new furniture, whatever it is, just make sure you've budgeted for that so that you're not kind of left being totally shocked. So that is it for now. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help. I'm your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Krystal Lee Moore, and I can't wait to keep in touch.